Thank you very much, Councillor Caudry. Our next recipient is Deputy Mayor Mark Taylor, representing Bay Ward. Deputy Mayor Taylor, if you could join us, please. Welcome. Deputy Mayor Taylor was elected to serve the residents of Bay Ward as councillor in the 2010 municipal election. During his 8 years as city councillor, Mark has always made it a priority to engage with residents and listen to their ideas. One of the highlights was the completion of the berm project in Britannia Village, which had been discussed for close to 40 years. Deputy Mayor Taylor was also a strong voice in the decision of the alignment of the LRT line that travels through Bay Ward. He was a key member of the 100-day solution group that found a way to get LRT past Dominion Station. Councillor Taylor was also our special liaison for housing and homelessness, and his report will guide the new council on ways to reduce homelessness in our city. He is also proud of the renewal that Bay Ward has recently seen, including upgrades and construction at Bayshore Shopping Centre, a massive investment, Wesley Clover Parks, which has been a great success in the West End, a new splash pad at George C. Brown Park in Whitehaven, Bayshore Park, and the Sens Rink of Dreams. Deputy Mayor Taylor was also particularly proud of the opening of Inspiration Park in the Ottawa community housing neighbourhood of Winthrop Park. This was Bay Ward's first new park in approximately 20 years. As a tribute to Mark, and as I mentioned about Bob Manette, the Deputy Mayor's job is you don't see it all the time, but a very, very busy workload, given the fact that I think last year we received close to 5,100 invitations in my office. So you can imagine trying to go through all of those, and with the help of Bob and Mark, it made certainly life much easier. And today we're presenting you, Mark, with a photo of Inspiration Park that you work very hard on, and you should be very proud of. Thank you for your years of service.
They brought Steve Kandelakis an easel. That was a sure sign we were all talking too long. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much, and to my council colleagues. I know the way this podium is, you're all behind me, but I want to thank each and every one of you for the opportunity to have worked together these past 8 years. This has truly been a gift. The over almost a decade that we have spent together, at no time, no matter how contentious the file, no matter how challenging the day was, did I ever feel like I was getting up and going to work. I thank each and every one of my council colleagues for that. You made working together meaningful, and I thank each of you. Even when we disagreed, we found a way to do it without being disagreeable. So when we agreed, and even when we didn't, we made progress, and I thank you for that. I also want to thank, they're not obviously in the room, but I did have the opportunity over my time on council to work with many other elected officials across the province of Ontario through the Association of Municipalities of Ontario. And our communities all across this province are well served by dedicated community servants that I had the opportunity to get to know, many of them, and each and every one of them is a blessing to their community. I want to thank my wife, Christine, and my daughters, Emily and Sasha. They've supported me with love, with insight, with wisdom, with compassion as I've worked for the people of Bay Ward and the City of Ottawa. More than with moral support, more than with their understanding and their forgiveness, did they take many, many evenings away and commitments, family commitments cut short as we had to deal with a resident problem or something they needed a solution or a file that needed to be moved forward. I want to thank them for their understanding. I couldn't have done this without them. These roles demand a lot from elected representatives, and more than most people know, but families know it and they live it. So to my family, thank you very much. I owe a debt of thanks to all the staff that have worked with me over the years. Steve, Patrick, Chantal, Dan, Ivy, Jody, Sarah, Fatty, Ryan, Dylan, Jake, and Emily. as well as many, many other dedicated community volunteers. Each and every one of you have solved problems on behalf of residents. You've helped them, you've made lives better, and you've helped build our community as well. Thank you very much for helping people. To the City of Ottawa staff, Steve and his entire leadership team, and all of the dedicated women and men of this corporation, thank you. You made reality out of the decisions that we made here at this table. To Rick O'Connor, to the clerk's office team, including Andrew Lomas and Michael McKee, thank you for all of your support. You helped us not just navigate through this place, but also find the successes we were looking for on behalf of our residents. I am very proud of every accomplishment, improvement, and renewal I got to play a role in delivering across Bay Ward and across Ottawa, and I love the picture. Inspiration Park was one of those things which you probably don't see as you drive across the ward, but it was a hugely important thing to that community, and so I got to play a role in many of those things, and it was a very, very special and rewarding opportunity. But it wasn't possible without the help of Bay Ward residents. So I want to thank the residents of our community for letting me work for them and letting me work with them these past 8 years. The biggest gift this job has given me is the chance to see real community heroes in action. The quiet ones across our community who help in homework clubs, in community food cupboards, in homeless shelters, and community houses, to the ones that lead big public campaigns to raise funds and awareness for causes like poverty, like mental health, like affordable housing, and building an even more equitable and more engaged and more resilient Ottawa. Whether you're here with an advocacy group or you've come on behalf of a community project, I want to thank all the folks who came and spoke with me over these past 8 years to help contribute to making the community a better place. In 2010, I committed that if I was elected, I would serve only 2 terms as Bay Ward Councillor. And thanks to my family, our team, lots of partners, and too many residents to count, we have packed those 8 years with progress. We were never going to be done. This is a relay race, and there's always more to do. And the moment we walked into our offices in December of 2010, I knew that there would be just as much work on the desk the day we walked out. But if we did our job right, it wouldn't be the same work. And it isn't. To our incoming Bay Ward Councillor, Councillor Kavanagh, I wish you good luck. My hopes are for 4 years filled with meaningful work representing our community and helping Bay Ward and Ottawa residents. Mayor, colleagues, and friends, thank you for all that we did together. Christine, Emily, and Sasha, thank you for lending our family to this service these last 8 years. I love you very much. I'm coming home. Thank you. Merci.
Thank you very much, Deputy Mayor Taylor. Our next recipient is Councillor David Chernyshenko, representing Capital Ward. Councillor Chernyshenko could please join us. Heather. Welcome, David.
Thank you.
Yep. Councillor Chernyshenko was elected as councillor for